Recidivism is where people who have been in prison and have returned to the community go on to commit further crimes.
It's very difficult for inmates to reintegrate into the community on their own. Something like 60% of people coming out of prison in New Zealand will go back to prison within 2 years. It's not an easy problem to address, but we have to try. And if we can give people support, we can reduce the likelihood of them going back to prison. And that's good for society because crime costs everybody.
One of the things we try to focus on and remember is that every one of these men that are being released, actually have the potential to live their life differently and to do it differently. And what we're trying to do is see that potential and help them on that journey of attaining their hopes and dreams.
Navigate is a partnership with a community organisation called Pathway joined with Corrections in 2017 to run what we call the Navigate Initiative.
It's different to a lot of other reintegration programs that perhaps start once people have been released. With the NI, we have the opportunity to work with people at least 6 months pre-release.
The NI is a working unit, so the men there are working either on the farm or on the grounds, both within the wire or outside the wire. And so most of the day is spent for men working, and then they'll return at lunchtime if we have workshops going, or they'll be back later in the day and just be working on their different projects they might have going on. Some men love carving, and so they'll be working on carving or screen printing.
They bring in a program which just looks like activities, and some of them appear a little bit daft, like a little bit childish or a little bit silly, but that's not really what they're bringing in. It was the only time we had access to normal people who were not corrections, people who didn't have all these other agendas other than they just wanted to bring a little bit of that connection to community inside to us. And there were just these small civilizing influences that reminded me and kept me in touch with a much more civilized and gentle part of myself.
So the good thing about the NI is it's a self-cares unit, and so there are 5 houses which are basically flats with 4 bedrooms in each one. It gives them that freedom to slowly get a taste of what it's like post-release.
By having the Navigate Initiative unit, we're able to bring the community inside the wire and start to introduce the men to some of those pro-social interactions and opportunities.
The men who go through the program have seen significant change in their own life to the point that they can lead a different lifestyle to the one that they led before they came to prison.
For someone like me, I've got to remember, I was started jail 2001 when they had nothing for us. So to have somebody there made a big difference, especially when I was in that mindset of wanting to change already. And then you got somebody reinforcing that. And to me, that was oh man, this is awesome. It gave me an incentive, it gave me a plan, and it gave me a determination to not let only myself down, but not to let them down as well. Reducing
reoffending, reducing crime in the community helps corrections achieve its objective. But on a much more individualised and personal level, we are seeing men who are experiencing change for the first time in their life. They have stable housing, they often have employment that they can maintain. They've got those skills now, and that's made a difference to them as an individual, and they feel much more complete as a human being to get on with their life and lead a different life to potentially the one they've come from before they came to prison.
They might be in prison, but they are living as if they're not. So their mindset is already focused on what life will be like beyond the wire.
While this is a partnership between Pathway and Corrections, it's funded by the community.
individuals, churches, organisations, trusts and foundations can become impact investors. That regular contribution really allows us to continue doing the work that we're doing.
Things can be redeemed and are worth being picked up off the rubbish pile and fixed up, especially when those things are people.